Because all yes, oh yeah, said you be can. Oh yes, oh yeah, when you swear to your man. Yes, I will not help our game. You make game in develop it. What about free kicks never and I don't swear? So that is what that make it on last year. Particular Zach and Kwan winning about 8 penalty kicks for House of Folk. I mean, go and check the records. And those were legitimate calls. Because Patrick knew more here. When he's in the game, if Kay is not taking 100 particular Zach here, easily Obama penalty the basis here. But hey, Katokrekuni penalty no. Today, Kotoko is earning. Who is helping them? Who is the one behind the penalty calls? Who is the one? You see? Who is the one? Ebakotoko, they deserve it. But House of Folk, they know who deserve it. You see? We have a long way to go. But I think as journalists, we also have a role to play a lot. We also have a role. But also sometimes a lot of journalists also will follow gallery. They be a masses and economic so called. What you say? No correct can man. Masses in this city, I'm a mentioning cocaine. Not your say again, But we have to take our time and then educate our people with the little knowledge that we have. Now you so you come and masses in it. Say, oh no, where the good party call? Where the na case so say can referee bit by you say fine. You see, now the game is safe. You see, now when you say gather momentum, I mean euphoria neighbor, the euphoria neighbor, and my more supporters in so I think I've seen a lot of graphics. And then you will be the referees in the graphics at chairman. Will be the referees in the graphics and the chairman also meaning said they are also ready for the game. I mean, you see, that is Kotoko House of Folk match. That is the biggest match. And so me Obia me so much passionate about the local league. And it do so much as we so. Let us try as much as possible to hype this match, project it to the level where the whole world will appreciate it. Say Ghana against UBP, Papa Bi Okuruma. Sure. Because match winning flagship match winning match and for ebe yusu at their measure in league, So let us hype it, let us project it, and the supporters are doing well. The supporters are doing very, 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 very well, and I must appreciate them because and they say will be the referees in the crowd. My graphics about the referees, 3 referees in there, but I mean that is nice. You see, that is nice, and so. Let us project it in our own small way. Let us project our players. I mean, let us project players. You see, there are a lot of players we can talk about them. Yeah, we are. A boy, we league in a league, a Kosovo. Because other people will be watching us. People from all over the world will be watching us because this is a super clash. And who did they the man for any man, I think that will help us a lot. And then we can be about this particular match. So you see, Yana Meka said it depends on the coaches, the 2 coaches involved. The Biameka when going to a game, the best thing is to identify the strength and the weakness of your opponent. Where the deficiency or where your opponent falls short. You identify where his strength is, no identify. That is all in football sanity. Football, so what to me yes I now problem half solved. That is the whole thing. Okay, Kotoko, what is their strength? House of Folk, what is their strength? House of Folk weakness and they say Kotoko strength and they say Kotoko weakness and they say identify that. So we will have a good game to play. It is clear, it is clear and Kotoko a favorite. Per the records, per the statistics available, Kotoko is playing well. They are delight to watch. But they are beatable because Elmina Sharks share Kotoko. That is why I was saying this afternoon. Kotoko should not be completed. Because Elmina Sharks share with they are lying at the bottom of the league lock. Etimi share with they are just say you are beatable. And this is Kotoko House of Folk match. And I've always said this match is a decider between Kotoko and House of Folk is a decider. Already, House of Folk is leading Kotoko 12 points. And so, say House of Folk, Elusu match, we are meaning said the points difference will be 15. There's no way. ubetimi ato Kotoko. No way. You can't. You can't. But some points in reduce Banaya. Kotoko should be extremely careful because you have 17 more matches to play. Sure, 17 more matches to play. So that is that. And so, looking at this particular game, there's all to play for. From both ends. The bragging right is also there. The bragging right is also there. There's all to play for. You know, Kotoko has a folk matches here. Say, even a friendly match, looking at those days, no more Super 2, no, so Kotoko has a folk Super 2, no. That is how it is. The bragging right is also there. It's always there. Even say, gata crown here, you will have something to talk about. And so, you should approach this match with all importance. I mean, I was so approach it with all the seriousness. After match, we are not moving some of the doors and say we be the whole match with him. That is the whole thing. But if you ask me, but if you ask me, the House of Folk deficiency, there be a problem, the Midfield. But per the 2 matches we've watched, especially that of the RTU match, you could see some House of Folk are strengthening on my argument on Midfield. With the presence of Nuruddin Aziz, of course, a major difference it will give him. Unlike Shawabu is playing, Nuruddin Aziz tackles. Most of the tackles were right. Very serious, very workaholic. I mean, you could see the sense of urgency when he part, when he's playing, he plays with all seriousness. And he is also a good passer of the ball. He put brakes to opponent attacks. And so I think to some extent, the House of Folk Midfield has been stabilized. I mean, what the last match, what the last match of my boy against RT, if it's anything to go by, the House of Folk major problem has got to do with their midfield. For the attacking, it's not like last year. Attacking rule, it's not like last year. Last year, goals were coming from all angles. Kojo Ben Jr. was scoring. Bani Eshe, Salifu Eshe, Isaac Nelson Eshe, Victor Edu even scored about 8 goals. You see, but this time running this out. Daniel Jumapempe also, please, any update on Gama? Gama, I've been told he did not train. When Timan training there. So I'm not sure Gama will be part of the 20-man squad. I'm not sure because yes, when Timmy training. Sure. Gama did not train today. But the good news is Isaac Opon is back. Isaac Opon trained today. And so that is good for Kotoko. But for Gama, he couldn't train. Because the nurse actually went to me and the nurse went to me. But Opon back. So that is that. But if you ask me, Gama and Kamwa, it doesn't take anything away from Kotoko because Richmond Lamte is there. I mean, Richmond Lamte so far, I mean, his contribution to Kotoko is massive. And the absence of Gama will not cost Kotoko anything. It will not cost Kotoko anything. Because for most of the matches in the first one were Mobi and Fashiyama. Please, is Sule and Kosa eligible? Sure, they are eligible to play. Are eligible to play? Sure, they are eligible to play. And if you ask me, because so far as I'm concerned, some about matches in the first one ended, but they've played a lot of matches in the first one. And so once you've been registered, any match available, you are eligible to play. That is what Yenya. Sure. So they are also in camp, Sule and Kosa. So my dear brother, you asked me about Sule and Kosa, and then they are eligible to play. Yeah. Because they've been duly registered, and once they've played about 2-3 matches already, just say on meeting up. Sure. And so that is that. Jamfi Joseph was who called, Jamfi forget about those things. I mean, also the people who are there refusing to grow. Also, who are when anybody is refusing to grow. So leave those people. You can go to me and depending on to love you. I mean, forget about those things. Let us move forward. I mean, I've grown past those things, you see. And all kind of create any power. No last year, and I will pay this. Last year, House of Folk, penalty is baby. Kotoko were complaining bitterly. Second to Krekun House of Folk. Today, you are leading the ladder. Who is helping you? That is what you don't want to hear. Who is helping you? Tell me. One. This is what I was discussing about, and I was telling you, say, last year, also folk, politics were legitimate cause because Patrick Razak, one player, I mean, who attracted a lot of fouls. Kotoko is getting some, and look at the Kotoko politics own legitimate call, but because of baby, a one casa standard, our set amount, the wire two and nothing go for casa. But when you tell people this, now, me, I don't care. Me, you see me, I've gone past these things. You are here, who say with data, the Abesha will be. Me, no. Wow, yeah, and Yajuma, who say with data, I now say with data. You see? So that is that. And so I think, say, let us talk about the game. Talk about Kotoko defense, House of Folk defense. There's no difference. Kotoko defense, House of Folk defense. There's no difference. Omumi na concede. Sure. Omumi na concede. There's no difference. Goalkeeping department, I would say they are par. I mean, they are par. Sure. Goalkeeping department. There's no difference. There's no major difference. The only difference is Richard Attack or Black Stars camp. But don't forget, say, the lad and so there's no major difference. Looking at the goals, conceding, there's no major difference. The major difference is the attacking machine of Asante Kotoko. Kotoko's attacking machine is very potent. They are scoring, and that is good. They are scoring. That is the only difference. If I ask me, that is the major difference between Kotoko and House of Folk as we speak now. Because Kotoko attacking machine is very potent. They are scoring. Unlike the House of Folk team we saw last year. But House of Folk for the catcher say, last year almost 30 say, there's always the need to say, up your game. And so if goal scoring is a major problem for House of Folk, the coach should do something about goal scoring. At the end of the year, last year, now players nation or nation, do something about it. When it comes to the midfield, Kotoko's midfield is better than that of House of Folk as we speak now. Last year, House of Folk had the best of midfield. Benjamin Futu Faktan, Benjamin Futu as a holding midfielder scored 6 goals. Go and check the records. He scored 6 goals as a holding midfielder. So it tells you the House of Folk midfield was solid. The likes of Frederick Asaboche, Nete, Salif Ibrahim Ubeka. That is the whole thing. And so Musa the key cutter. Musa, acknowledge your presence here, Musa. So that is that. But this year, the midfield of House of Folk, Oman started with Ushawapu and then Salim Adams and then Oman Koye. That is the gospel truth. So the Kotoko midfield, as we speak, is better than that of House of Folk. Maybe the inclusion of Nuruddin Aziz, because you will be Nuruddin Aziz in House of Folk games against Olympics, or the changing game, or the stabilizing midfield. In House of Folk's game against Great Tamale United, Nuruddin Aziz caused the difference. And so be a Ebesha working. Sure, Mamani Lawali is also nursing injury. So Ebesha working fine, but as we speak now, the Kotoko midfield is better than that of House of Folk midfield. And I've been saying this. If you want to stop Ituga from scoring, stop the supplier. You don't stop Ituga, you stop the supplier, where the supply is coming from. And so Mamu will be a difficult. The goalkeeping department, they are par. Defense, they are par. Midfield, Kotoko is better than House of Folk. Attack, Kotoko is better than House of Folk. And to baby, I'll be young. Work on it. Work on it. You have to work on it. That is the way to work on it. Sure. Work on it. But what can I say? I will talk more. I will go deep into the game. Players are in my own estimation. I feel so meet me about. But I will be in Accra maybe on Saturday. God willing, I will be in Accra on Saturday. And may live for Accra on Saturday. Sure. May live for Accra on Saturday. Yeah, sure. You see, we will talk more about the game. We will talk more about the game. But and then a major concern is about the way I captain is in officiating one seminar. I just said we have to limit maybe me and my pressure name might be prepared. Me and my pressure name might be prepared. They make what I say. Now you're limited no man coaches in more. Let us see our coaches working more. use coaching knowledge and working yeah. Sure. Kwame Owusu, sure, I'll be in Accra. I mean, we will work on it. Yeah, but may streaming live for Accra on Saturday. Make a live for Accra. Sure. So we'll be talking more about the game. God willing. That is what I said. God willing. If God permits, I'll be there. What I said. Please.